like I gotta do the
Yeah, no, seriously.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's post-championship press conference. We're joined by our 2024 national champions, the LSU Tigers. This press conference is being recorded live and will be available at the conclusion. We're joined by, from the LSU Tigers, Haley Bryant, Aaliyah Finnegan, Kaya Johnson, and head coach Jay Clark. Coach, if you'll please begin with an opening statement, and then we will open the floor for questions.
It's not often that I don't know what to say, but just so many emotions for so many reasons. There's this team is full of individuals that have incredible character and integrity and love for each other, and all the things that you hear from coaches when they sit at a podium like this in a moment of victory. But I promise you, it's a real thing that we spend time and work on and try to get better at every single year. A lot of adversity that's sitting up here from the past. There's people out there on our team that did not get to compete tonight, but I promise you were vital to the success of what this team did. I'm just so happy for them. I told you that a few days ago that's what I would look forward to, is to see them celebrate, and that's what moved my emotions at the end was to see them experience that feeling of finally getting over the hump and being able to kind of exhale as the scores came in, and it was just clutch, and we made it interesting in a couple spots, but every team was out there fighting for their lives, and all four teams, it could have gone any of four ways out there today. It really could have. I think as much as I feel for what happened to Oklahoma in the semifinals, I think it made for a championship that became so packed with emotion because every team out there believed they could do it, and it was just tremendous. That's all I can say.
Thank you, Coach. We will now open the floor for questions. When called upon, please state your name and media affiliation. Yes, sir.
Scott Rodley, Energy Advocate. First of all, I'm aware that there was a record mean score. Let's see. Record. You said I had 6 years ago. You have to do it, and being hasn't always been your friend this year. But what were you thinking about? And then what did you think after you were done? Did you know what that was?
Yeah, I think Jay says it a lot. He says the best way to honor someone is with your actions, and I think that is the best way that I can represent what happened up there. And it didn't just start from the game routine. It started on floor, and it started as we carried through all four events. And it wasn't just that one routine tonight. It was everybody, and even the people who were competing tonight as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, a lot of people were afraid that NIL was going to negatively affect the sport. I think you've shown how it can elevate the sport, and can you talk about that with this team?
Yeah, it's NIL was such a foreign thing to us a couple of years ago, and and in many ways it still is. There's not a whole lot that I can tell you, except that we navigate it as we can, and the kids are very much in charge of their own entity in those ways. Obviously the attention that LSU got when this whole thing opened up centered around some of the big star athletes, whether it was Liv or Angel Reese and some of the others that were really able to kind of move into that space very quickly. But it really hasn't affected anything internally with what we're doing on a day-to-day basis in terms of the process and the way that we go about things. And we're still very kind of old-fashioned in the way that we go about building our team and the conversations that we have. I don't want to get involved in their NIL stuff. I want to be their coach. And so, I did joke with Liv one time when she wasn't doing well one day. I said, "How do you want me to handle this since you make 10 times what I make?" But beyond that, there's just not a whole lot of conversation about it. I think they do a good job of that. It's their own business. It's their own business as much as you and I wouldn't necessarily exchange how much money we make at our professions. It's something that they do, and they want to be teammates, and they care about each other, and it's a separate thing completely. completely from what we do day to day. And so I'm proud of them. I'm glad they are able to capitalize on NIL in a sport that doesn't have a professional league to go to next. I think it's wonderful that these women get to capitalize on something that they have done since they were toddlers in many cases, and this is their shot at being able to do that. And LSU and Baton Rouge has certainly got a tremendous environment for it, and our fan base and people that own businesses want to get behind our athletes, and so it's a great environment. So it's a nice situation that we have there, and recruits should want to come.
Yes, okay.
You guys have sort of talked all week about not letting this be this huge deal and just sort of treating it like another competition. Just sort of the mental, physical aspects, all of it. Would you guys say that tonight was just sort of another competition for you guys?
I would 100% say yes. Like you said, we talked about it before, we didn't want to make this competition any more than it had to be. Obviously, we knew coming in we were competing for a national championship, and we wanted to bring the first one back to LSU today, and that's what we did, but our mindset was the same exact way going in from the first meet to this meet, just one skill at a time, one event at a time, support each other all the way through, and we got there today, and I'm just so proud of this team.
Yes.
For Kaya Johnson, I can't imagine a wider sweep of emotions from what must have been the quiet days of recovery and everything that you had to go through last year to now today. Can you describe what that's like and what kept you going and pushing to come back?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to put into words right now, I think, because it all just happened, but truly throughout that process, my teammates were there for me, literally every single day of the recovery process, so that definitely kept me going, and then also just envisioning this happening today, that was also a goal and a dream that I kept in the back of my mind, so for it to come to a head here is crazy, and I can't put it into words.
Yes, sir.
Kevin Baptiste, WSB TV. Jay, I seen that you were, I guess you were looking for Dee Dee in the stands at the end. I guess what did it mean to have her, share that moment with her?
It means a lot. She gave me an opportunity to join her when I needed one, and she had worked 35 years on building this program before I got here, and then treated me like a partner rather than an assistant once I came on board, and she was open to change and wanting to do things differently than she had ever done them, and she was willing to allow me to have those opinions, and it took me a while to express them, because I was just trying to fit in and do my job, but the more she made it clear to me that she wanted that input and she wanted me to help her lead and improve and get things where they needed to be, she was a big part of this program, the facility we have, and the 43 years that she put in there, and the battles that she fought, whether it was Title IX or anything else. And I just felt it was important that when this program won its first national title, that it be hers as well.
Yes,
And Alicia Bottom watching this. Jay, what are your emotions when they're watching the rotation, especially the routines that we've seen?
I mean, if you really want to know the truth, I was praying. I was asking the Lord to take it out of my hands, and asking the kids to push down the beam on their series, and I was talking about making sure you go up first on your leaps, and I was running my mouth in my cup. You want to know why I have a cup in my mouth? That's why, because my mouth never stops moving. But I was confident, but I just wanted to stay in it with them. I felt like anything that I could be 35 feet away and give them, I wanted to give them, and which was nothing. But it was gut wrenching. I was watching it happen, and Sav had that little fluky thing happen. I was like, really, like, we're gonna get down to this, and then when Lily got up there, I just knew. I knew we were gonna be in a good spot once the other kids had done their job. I knew we were gonna be in a good spot, because I get all over her about having perfect routines all the time and then stepping on a gainer full at the end, and I just knew that moment was built for that, and I was extremely confident when she got up there that she was gonna knock it out of the park, and she did. And to see, for me, it was about the reaction of the kids. It was about watching that and then seeing our fans and all the explosion of joy that came out of all of us. It's like a bubble popped, and they wanted it so bad, but I was trying to get them not to want it too much, because that can affect what you do, and so that was part of our messaging today.
Is the cup empty or is it?
Well, if you watch me, between every bean stand, I have a little ritual. I go over, get another cup of water, drink it, and then I chew on the empty cup during the routine, and then I go get another cup of water. There's like a pacing that goes on. I'm a little bit of a pacer, and no, I drink the water. I drink the water.
The chewing. It's like when you're chewing, where did the pieces go?
They go on the ground, I guess. I don't know if there is any. They probably go on the ground. I really couldn't tell you. Most of the time, I'm just kind of unraveling the bread a little bit with my team. Intense moments. This is probably more information. But thanks for asking.
Yes. Andy Banks, Tiger TV, for Kaya, Haley, and Aaliyah. LSU gymnastics is a storied program. What does it mean to be a part of the group that brought home the first national championship for this program?
For me, it means everything and more. We came to this program, I came 5 years ago, and I wanted this from the day that I set foot on campus. And so for it to happen today, and for all the fans to be here, a lot of the alumni to be here, I think it was just the perfect way for this to happen for the first time. And I truly think that this, wasn't just a win for this team, but a win for everybody that's ever been involved with LSU gymnastics.
Yeah, going off what Kaya said, just thankful for everyone that came before us to really pave the way for us to get the opportunity to do what we did today. And it's not just our championship, it's everybody that came before us, and we're just very, very thankful for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this one is just so special. We get to share it with, the people on the floor in the stands and the people back home. And, we had a send-off earlier, and there's people coming from all of the states around us. And so we're just feeling so much tremendous support through not only today, but this entire season. And we're really, really thankful, and it means the world to us.
Bree Inter, WBRZ. Jay, your freshmen today were just phenomenal. Connor and Amari. Just what does that mean? Does it give you, even with having a bunch of seniors, give you some kind of hope or good feelings about the future, knowing that you have those girls who can perform so well at nationals?
I feel really good about the team we have coming back next year. And they are going to continue to be, their role will continue to increase and get more and more. I think they're tremendous, and but I feel incredibly optimistic about what we have coming back and the freshman class that's coming in. I'm excited.
Yeah, you, sorry.
Hi, Darcy May from ESPN.com. We know this is something you guys wanted all season long. Does it live up to what you were expecting in terms of how you're feeling now? Is it different? Is it more exciting?
I seriously can't even put it into words. This is something I've dreamed about since I seriously committed in 8th grade to come to this program. I've known Jay for so long, and I just wanted to be coached under him, and I'm just so excited to bring this national championship back to LSU, and I'm just thankful for all the opportunities I've gotten here, and I really don't have words. I'm just so happy, and yes, it lives up to every expectation and exceeds everything.
Yeah, I agree.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna add, I agree, going off of Haley, I know you said it's hard to explain. It really is. I think the only words I said for the first 5 minutes after Aaliyah landed was, oh my God. I actually didn't say there was no more words.
Yes.
Women's sports is having a revolution right now. Just for all of you, what are your thoughts on that, and how proud are you to be a women's sports today?
Aaliyah, if we can start with you.
I think we're just so honored to represent, women in sports, especially in the sport of gymnastics, where we're kind of seeing an uprise in gymnastics in the U.S. and kind of all around. And so to be able to represent not only gymnastics, but also LSU and also a national championship on the highest stage possible, it's really an incredible feeling.
I'll answer that too, because I've been, as a male in a female sport, I've been the benefactor of I mentioned Dee and there were others, Sarah Patterson and Suzanne Yockling, Greg Marsden and Val Condos and others who came along ahead of me that I watched fight through a lot of barriers that existed for not only for women's sport sports in general, but for our sport in particular. And I've been along for the ride for some of that, but I didn't have to fight through those things. And now we're in a situation where, like here at LSU, where our administration is tremendously supportive of every sport, and we don't feel as though we're looked at any differently. And it's to see that happen. I've been doing this 34 years. I've been doing this, and to see the growth of all of it, not just the popularity of the sport, but to see the growth of the support and the understanding that, hey, this is real, and this is something. This is not just an also-ran or a necessary evil that we have to have because the law says so. It's something that is exciting for our fan bases. These are some of the best ambassadors on our campus of what a student athlete ought to be, and so it's a very real thing, and the goodwill that comes out of our sport and others into our communities is just fantastic. And so I have, as I mentioned, I've been the benefactor of that, and one day when I retire, I will look back on fondly the incredible growth that I've been able to witness and be a part of.
We'll take 2 more questions.
For any of the athletes, when you saw Sierra go up there, put up that 9950, her highest career score, how did that make you feel?
I feel like Jay always talks about a fire starter, and that was her today. She really started off that beam rotation on the best note we could have started on. She does it every single day. She works so hard. She's so locked in when she goes to that event. So we didn't expect anything less. We knew what she was going to do right when she saluted, because she does it every single day.
Yes, sir.
Kai, you talked about you've been waiting like half a decade for this moment, and you got to win a national championship in your home state. Did that bring anything extra like coming into this meet, or?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely had a lot of family and friends in the crowd, so it was really cool. And to accomplish this big dream and goal in front of kind of all the people that were with me from the start is really exciting and really special.
Ben, I think you were the last one who had
Yeah,
your
I was
so
gonna,
we'll let you go.
Ben Schluter, in the Valley Show. So one thing that Jay's talked about a lot this season is the idea of unsung heroes, and I know it's like really hard to single out one person just because everyone means so much. But for each one of you, if you can, think of someone who you would consider to be an unsung hero that's allowed you to be as successful as you've been this season.
Good final question.
Can it be a coach, or it has to be
It
an
could be
athlete?
anyone.
I would say Jay, since, sorry guys. Just because, although, he likes to give me a hard time for the little things, he wants it so bad for us, like, every single day, day in and day out when we go inside the gym, like, he truly makes us 1% better, and we could not be more thankful to have him as a head coach and have him as the leader on our team.
I was actually going to say the same thing. Just from the very beginning, honestly, I didn't even want to come to college gymnastics, just with everything that I'd gone through in JO and everything, and I really called him on the phone, and he was like, you should just give it a shot. And I came here, and it's been the best 4 years of my life, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him, and I'm just so thankful for him giving me the opportunity of a lifetime and getting to do all the things that I've done, and I just couldn't do it without them, my teammates, and just everyone.
Going off of that, I want to, I guess, say the same thing, but also kind of extend it to just the whole support staff of LSU Gymnastics. There's so many people behind the scenes who support us and help us get to where we are that nobody really gets to see. So I think for me, it's just literally everybody that's involved with LSU Gym, because we would not be where we're at without them. So those are my unsung heroes.
Well, once again, congratulations. History made. We're so proud of you and excited for you. And see you back next year, if you're not a senior.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.